Hello there guys, it is ChocIce Fox. Welcome to another Amorous live stream. Now, I want to try and get most of this series, well, I only got this date to do, and I got to do the one with Kobe, which I thought I'd leave till last. So, let's continue, and this one is with Dustin, that's his name. Yeah, Dustin, that's his name. So, let's continue, slot number 8. So let's continue with Dustin. Come on, game. Thank you. Right, need to go and find Dustin now. Where is he, Dustin? I believe he's upstairs. Oh no, where am I going? There. I believe Dustin's upstairs. No, Dustin's there. Here we go. Let's see if this goes well, shall we? I hope it does. I can help but notice the lion at the back of the room. His face a placid Mars as the parrot next to him seemed locked in a scrowl. Oh no, is this the one where they have a bit of a bullshit, a bit of an argument sort of thing? I'm not sure, is it an argument? Despite my best intentions, I couldn't help but overhear snippets of what they were saying. Seriously, you are going to make a big deal out of this. Oh, I seem like a stroppy bird already. This reminds me of my parrot Queenie. Yeah, I am. What were you thinking? That I like to have some fun for a change? Alright, they're not even there. It's just talking to an elevator now. Sweet. Then go and have some fucking fun, and once you're done, you can stay gone. See, they're just talking to an elevator. It's just elevators talking to elevators, guys. What's going on? Neither of them moved for a long moment. The snarl of the parrot's beak grew sharper, and it parted long enough for an exhale. Nothing was spoken, though. Instead of the parrot turned on his heel and snort and strode back towards the bar. The lion tried not to watch as the parrot moved through the crowd to the dance floor. His eyes darted to their corners, catching a glimpse or two before the crowd engulfed the parrot. Okay, so this is not going to get off to a good start then, is it, guys? Basically, Dustin's going to be one of those people where they've had a bad relationship and it's going to go to shit. Okay, so after a beat, the lion's expression changed. His emerald green eyes narrowed and scanned the room as the corners of his mouth began to rise. A twinge of fear tickled the back of my neck as those eyes settled on me. The lion drew his tongue slowly over his lips and two very wicked-looking fangs came into view. He crooked a finger at me, urging me to come over. Ooh, let's see where this is going. Let's approach him, shall we? Despite my reservations, I felt drawn in. His smile grew more predatory and the taut muscular beneath his shirt tensed. Why have they got words in here that I can't pronounce? I hate this game. I hate it. Whatever that word is, as he shifted to give me a once-over. Well, would you look at that? I'm surprised you came over to me, but happy to see you here. I was just about to buy myself a drink. Don't suppose you'd like one too? Sure. Sure, I'm a little parched and a drink could help me relax. Sounds good. Let me order something up for us. Nice. So basically the lion's going to buy me a drink. Nice. The lion glanced over at the bar for a moment before walking over and placing an order. Unfortunately, there's nothing more awkward than standing alone in an active nightclub, glancing between the club goers. I was feeling a little exposed until he walked back with two highball glasses, handed one to me. I glanced down to see what it was. Each glass had 2 cubes of ice and a cherry, bobbing in an amber beverage. Ooh. There we go. I always like to have a couple in me when I'm chatting. Takes the edge off. Yeah, it kind of does. Might even give you something to do other than stare at me. Not that I mind. Okay, wow. So I'm Dustin. What's your name, kid? I'm not a kid. I'm 27 years old. Piss off. ChocIce, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. How, you sure you're in the right place, kid? Anyway, the name's Dustin. What brings you here, ChocIce? You don't look like the type to cruise bars. And considering how quickly you came out, I think you don't have a date waiting on you. Well, I did have like another, 6 before you, so it's fine. I could feel my cheeks flush as those hungry eyes kept wandering over me. No, I just came here with my brother. He'd been wanting to get out of the house, and I said I'd come along. You sure there wasn't another reason? Okay, let's see. So, I want to dance, I want to find the date, I want to get laid. I want to find the date. To be honest, kind of looking for someone to get to know. It's been a rough time recently and being alone has just made it harder. That's adorable, dear God. You're miles away from the right place for it, but it's adorable. Most people may be here for a quick fuck, but some of them are looking for a little more too. Does that include you two? Maybe. Guess you have to keep talking to find out. What do you mean? Well, I don't do complete strangers, and I don't do small talk, which means I'm gonna need some conversation if you want to keep this going. Okay. After all, we both got drinks. I'd be ashamed to waste them on empty chatter. Dustin's eyes glimmered a little in the dim light, and I felt tingle up my spine. I suppose it would be a good idea to get to know each other better. Okay, this is where the questions are probably going to get a lot harder to do. And I keep looking at the monitor there because I got my dual monitor back up and working, and it's good monitor. Fair enough, why don't I start? Who was that guy from earlier? Let's not go straight in with that. Tell me a little about you. So about me, let's find somewhere private. Tell me a little about you. It's been a conversation, you haven't said much about yourself. Fair enough, but there's not much to tell that I can repeat in public. Ooh. Are you from around here? Are you local? Born and raised, in fact. My parents grew up around here as well, and I liked it so much that I decided to stay. How about you? Did you stay because you liked it? It's nice to have the ocean nearby, and all the nightlife is great. Still, I do wonder what would it be like in the bigger city. I just like the idea of a big city that never sleeps, where something is always going on. Here, it seems like most stuff shuts down once it gets dark. That's kind of true. I like it. I like it. There's fun in the sun to be had, but then you can just relax at night. Haha, kid, you picked the wrong place to go if you like peace and quiet. Oh, am I fucking this up already? Wow. When was the last time I done an Amorous live stream? Fuck me. I guess sometimes it doesn't hurt to change things up though. Well, you've got my curiosity procured, kid. What else do you want to talk about? So about me. I suppose I should talk about a little about myself. That's the first step in getting to know someone. So what are you like when you're not in the club? Exploring. I'm taking some time to get to know. Taking some time to get to know me, get out and see what this town has to offer. Got plenty of free time to do that, kid. Well, I'm kind of between jobs at the moment. No idea, but not ideal. Fuck's sake, but I'm making the best of it. Wow, reading skills, everyone. Mine are shit. Hope you're not looking for a sugar daddy while you get back on your feet. No. I settled for just a daddy. No, I got some savings. I got some savings. No worries. I was smart. I made sure I had a nest egg. Smart and freely available. You're getting more interesting by the moment, kid. Sweet. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hey, now I didn't say I'd be a sugar daddy either. How well we can go Dutch then. It's only fair. How's the job hunt going? Alright. I'm just getting started. It's going alright. I've had a few callbacks. Some interesting. Wow. Am I tired or am I drunk? I don't know. Interesting place to work. Sounds like you've got this pretty much figured out. I like that, kid. Stop calling me kid, you fucking bellend. I like to think I've got it all together. That said, I'm sure you didn't want to talk about your job status all night. Talking about my lack of job wasn't the best choice of conversation topic. Maybe I should try something else. So, who was that cunt face from earlier? I don't mean to pry, but I couldn't help but overhear you talking to that cunt earlier. What was that all about? You caught that, huh? Shit. Not the best way to make a first impression. That was my date for tonight. Emphasis on was. Suppose I should have seen it coming. We'd be on the rocks for quite some time. What happened? We came here to look for a third. It was his idea to spice up the relationship. Problem is, once he finds one, he doesn't want to share. Sounds like a real jerk. Sounds like you made out fairly well in the deal. Maybe so, still not happy about it though. Gonna have to get him moved out, deal with that fallout. It's way more of a pain than I wanted to deal with. Okay, so it is kind of gone to shit now, isn't it? Yeah, but I can't imagine things were going great recently. Harsh but true. It's a relief, but still not something that makes for good conversation. The look on his face suggests I should probably change the subject to something a little more pleasant. Let's go with that option again, shall we? I'm just going to do a save very quick in that one. Let's see what happens if I go, let's find somewhere private. He'd be dropping hints all night. Maybe I No, he hasn't. What the fuck, game? No, he hasn't. What the fuck? Okay. Tease him as a top, tease him as a bottom. Now, I'm a top and bottom. It could be on the bottom. Right now, I'm looking to expand my horizon, you know, find a nice guy and tease him until he can't stand it anymore and just has to explode. Oh, okay. Fuck's sake, I've done it wrong. Shit! Whoa, whoa, kid. Stop calling me kid, for fuck's sake. I'm 27, fuck off. What the heck was that? Gotcha, just joking. Just joking, got you that one. I better change something quickly. Let's try to get. Oh, this is one of the hardest ones. Tell me a little about you. Much as you might like it, I'm not going to spend all night talking about myself. Oh, okay. What about me then? It's cute that you want to talk about yourself all night, but it isn't something we have to talk about. Okay, who is that come from? I run it. It's my next reason. Oh my god. This one then. This is fun, but I didn't want to spend all night talking. Well, I finished my drink and we certainly got to know each other a little. What do you have in mind? Oh, okay, we finally got somewhere now. Fucking hell, you lying prick. Dustin toothbrush. Want to make this official, want to find some. See, if I go with somewhere private again, it's gonna fucking. Who's just messaged me? Fuck off. Seriously, go away. I'm gonna do another save very quickly because I know how to do this, but I'm very sure. Here we go. I'd like to find somewhere private and get to know you a little better in other ways. Kid, I don't think that's a good idea. You're not my cup of tea. I don't see the point leading you on. Wait, what? Don't push your kid and join your drink. Okay, we fucked this up. Fuck me. Fuck that up. I felt crushed. What did I do wrong? Maybe I did anything. Then I thought, fuck that. Alright, I'll go back to him again then. Oi, Dustin, you prick. Came here to fuck off again, kid. I came to apologize. I'm sorry. Black Kitty, hey Fox, keep the stream going, see you around and keep up the good work, have a good day. Oh, thanks Black Kitty, thank you. I fucked up with Dustin, so, no, I came back to apologize. I guess I'm more rusty at this than I thought, and well, I wanted to give it another shot. If he's called me kid again, oh my god. Every time he calls me kid, I should donate myself £1 on my stream. I've heard that before, kid. I just got a message. I'm not looking to get involved with another one. Look, no screw up. Seriously, I'll be on my best behavior, on my honor. Please, Dustin, please forgive me, you lying. I was gonna call him lioness, and he would have fucking smashed my face in. Oh dear. This isn't an after-school club, kid. I'm looking for an adult who is willing to do adult things like talk and drink. I know, and I don't want to screw as I came out to meet people, and well, the words stuck in my throat as the blood rushed to my cheeks. It didn't help, and it kept looking at me with that mix of pity and amusement. Stop calling me kid, Dustin. Fuck's sake. You're on a double goof. Fine, give me a sec to chat with a friend I just saw and come back by. We'll try again without the drama, right? Thanks, I appreciate it. Just don't give me another reason to kick you to the curb, kid. See you when you're ready. Right, you call me kid again, Dustin. I will kick you to the curb. You know, I'm just gonna leave then. Bye, Dustin. Fuck you. Okay, now, Dustin, you calm down, yeah? Can I come back in now? You good, Dustin? You alright? Yeah, Dustin, you good. Sweet. I swear Dustin was there. He fucking was. Where'd he go? Trying to keep you in was just guessing that drink. Yeah. I thought you dissed me for a minute. So where were we before this intermission? Oh, I actually got a slider for my thingy. Nah. Fuck's sake. I gotta start again. Oh, fuck. Sorry. So, how can we... Dustin, you're a confusing one, mate. How do we do this? Find somewhere private. Really good. You just want to try that again. I didn't go well the first time. Yeah. This is fun, but I don't want to spend all night talking. Well, I'll finish my own. Certainly got to know each other. What do you have in mind? See, if we go want to find somewhere private. All right, let's do a save. Wait, it's number 9, isn't it? Yes. Right. Want to make this official? It's been a little while, but I think this could qualify as a date. What do you think? You think you can just make that kind of choice and have it stick? Oh my god, Dustin, you're the most hardest one to fucking date, man. Just seriously. I like you, Dustin. I want to see where this goes. Okay. I think it's worth giving it a shot. Well, I can't exactly argue that. We chatted a little more, the smile on his face growing wider, his paw rested on my shoulder, and he drew close enough for me to catch his intoxicating scent. I think we should retire to one of those private booths they've got there. Oh, wow. Really? Really? But just, wow. Okay, sweet. Okay. Really? Really? What do you have in mind? I think you've got an idea. Oh, no. His paw moved from my shoulder downward, trailing over my back. I could feel the claw tips tickling and teasing under my clothes. Okay, this is gonna be fun. This is one of the quickest ones, really. I'll be honest with you, ChocIce. I'm a very private person, but I have a particular interest that would involve you. I figure you should know about them. He's gonna beat the living shit out of me. I know he is. I can tell by the look on his fucking eyes. His paw fell to the curve of my rear, squeezing softly as he pulled me closer to him. I could feel his whisker tickling my cheek as he whispered to me. I like to tie people up. I like to control them when we're in the bedroom. I've been picturing you naked since, maybe a few minutes after we started talking. Yeah, bullshit, you fucking told me to fuck off. Been fantasizing about what I could do to you, what you can do for me. I can almost see you on your knees in front of me begging for a taste, and you look so good there. Oh, YouTube, you're not going to like my stream, are you, YouTube? I'm sorry, YouTube. It was hard to keep any remaining composure I had between the caress of his silky fur and the growing warmth in the pit of my stomach. I was getting a flush myself. I can even be a little bit of an expeditious if I need be. He stepped away for just a moment, sliding off his shirt and tucked it into the waistband of his pants before stepping up to me and lancing his paws behind the small of my back, forcing me forward. Oh wow, here we go. Is this going to be one of the quickest ones? What do you say? Stop calling me kid. Between him pressing neatly against me and the feeling of my blood rushing everywhere but my brain, I struggled for a response. My attempts were cut short, however, by a sudden vibration against my thigh. He looked confused for a moment before fishing his phone. Okay. Just fucking great. I wonder who texts me. Yeah, it's probably that fucking cunt Bird. He saved my life. Thank you very much, Bird. He released me, the ambient glow off the phone lighting up his face in the dim light club. At first, he looked frustrated, his brow frowned. As his eyes died over the screen, however, his expressions changed almost immediately after, and his hands fell to his sides. That fucking bastard! He sent me a photo of him and the two guys he met here. They're going at it at my apartment in my damn bed. Says he's been cheating on me with them for the past couple of months. What an asshole! He shoved his phone back into his phone and looked up at me. Look, ChocIce, I shat. I shat myself. I have a good deal with this. I have to deal with this. I really didn't want the night turning out like this, but I smiled meekly. It was all still a little overwhelming. Oh my. I'd like to see you again, ChocIce, preferably when my ex isn't being a total dick. Pulling out a notepad, he scribbled something down on it and passed it over. Here's my cell. What was it? White blood cell or red blood cell? Give me a call sometime. I'd like to give this another chance. Throwing his shirt back on, he began to walk his way through the crowd. I clutched the paper for a moment as my body began to settle down from its high slip into my pocket. I slowly came back to my senses. Okay. Fucked up at the beginning, but we're back on track now. How long have we been streaming for? Fuck knows. Right. We need to go to Kobe. Kobe! We gotta go home. I gotta do Dustin. Kobe, stop dancing, you fucking thing. Kobe, yeah, what's up? Yeah, can we go home now? You're my ride home. Yeah, take me home, Kobe. Fucking take me home. Alright. How many times do I have to fucking clip the game? Right, food. No, is it shift? Yeah, it's shift. Right, contacts. Where's Dustin? There's Dustin. Cool. Flipping through my contacts, I saw Dustin's name pop up. I hadn't talked to him since we met at the club. Maybe I should give him a call. Okay, ring, alright, yeah, click. Hey there. Stop calling me kid, Dustin. I'm 27 years old. I'm probably older than you. Stop. What's up? Nothing much. I just figured I should give you a call and see if you're still interested in that date. Sure, honestly, I didn't know if you were gonna call back. I did get a little handsy at the club, and it ended on an awkward note. Yeah, your fucking ex sent you a picture of him fucking two other guys. Water on the bridge, yeah, it was a little weird. Yeah, it was a little weird. It was pretty awkward. I mean, I was a little concerned about calling you. Yeah, it wouldn't be a messy breakup if there weren't problems. That said, sorry you got stuck in the middle of it, kid. So Dustin, seriously, stop calling me kid. I'm gonna drop kick you to the curb. I'll take you to the zoo. You know, if you're comfortable with it, I got tickets to a movie tonight. I thought I had a date when I got them, but well, you saw how that worked out. Yeah, I did. The second one is yours. It's if you're free around 7 p.m. Sure. Sounds good. Meet you there a little before 7 then. It's the date then. See you then. Well, I guess I better get ready to be seen in public. So let's go for a nice, slutty dress. Once I got my usual day stuff out of the way and dug up an outfit, I noticed it was already getting late. It's only been a few seconds, man. Come on. Fortunately, the movie theater wasn't that far away from the night, and the night was warm. One of the other advantages of living in a tropical paradise. Nice. Now, where is my slutty costume? It was nearly 7 p.m. by the time I made it to the lobby. A few people were milling about, but none of them looked like Dustin. Maybe he was running late as well. Oh wow. All these fucking films. Cool. Oh, that's my mum. Lovely. I lingered around the posters, checked out the curtain show movies, and pursuing the concession when I felt a tap on my shoulder. Hey there, ChocIce. Sorry, I was a little slow. The cleanup was always a pain. That's right, I just got here a little while ago and you're the one with the tickets. Speaking of which, what movie are we seeing? The smile on his face grew as he produced the tickets from his jean pocket and handed me one. It's the Amazonian Queen. Since the big budget stuff is usually so expensive, they do a few for classic movie nights a week. The tickets are a little cheaper and the movies are much better on the big screen. Oh, nice. You're a movie buff, so it's gonna be a black and white. Oh, let's go with that. Let's not insult the man. Let's not insult the man, because although he did insult me, he was gonna drop me on the curb. You're a movie buff, didn't know that. Big time. I never miss a classic movie on the big screen. They might be from a different era, but they're still a blast to watch. Saw the old slasher film last time, and maybe it was chocolate syrup going down the drain. But it looked enough like blood to me. Now, there's a film I suggest you guys. It's called The Plank. It is on YouTube, and it doesn't cost, and it's the full film. Just search The Plank on YouTube. It's got Tommy Cooper and a few other old-fashioned comedians. It is so funny. Basically, it's where the two guys are building a house, and they cause havoc around towns and injure a lot of people just getting a plank of wood from one side of town to their house, pretty much. And the ending is quite funny. So, guess I learned something new about him already. His eyes lit up like a child at Christmas. This wasn't just a dinner and a movie date. This was something special Dustin wanted to share. Aw, so cute, kid. This will be my first time seeing this movie, so don't spoil it for me. Deal, you want to grab something before the movie? I know I came here for the popcorn too. Yeah, you're not gonna lie. But yeah, but popcorn, fucking movie popcorn, is so expensive. The two of us walked up to the counter and whatever that says. I clicked. Oh my god, game, what happened to you? What can I get for you? Oh, it's you again. Give us a sec to decide. Dustin turned around and smiled. What you're having? What will you have? Wow, can you just not put what will you have? It's my treat, so don't worry about the cost. Ask Dustin to choose. Let's let him choose. Why don't you pick something, Dustin? I'm always pretty indecisive. Like someone else to make the choices for you, huh? Well, you don't know something about me, do you, Dustin? Ooh. Dustin strode up to the counter for my behalf. Maybe there was a small desire to see that forceful, coincident line from last night gilding my decision, but I wasn't about to admit to that. No. I have a giant popcorn and a box of sweets for my friend here. Really? I want popcorn, Dustin. Can I have popcorn, please? No? Okay. Giant popcorn and a box of candy. Gotcha. I'll just be a moment. Dustin paid the clerk before he turned his back to the both of us. While the clerk was busy filling up the bucket of popcorn, I felt a paw graze over so lightly along the small of my back. Dustin grinned broadly and leaned in close enough for me to feel his breath on my cheek. That's just gross. Yeah, that's just disgusting. Guess we didn't have enough time at the club for you to let me in that sort of thing. Dustin, stop calling me kid. I am 27 years old. Stop calling me a kid. Seriously, Dustin, I will drop kick you to the curb or take you to the zoo. My cheeks were on fire as Dustin's paw slipped down to the cup my backside and give it a firm squeeze. That reminds me of one of my exes. Oh dear. Fortunately, or not, I suppose, the clerk turned back with the popcorn and Dustin's hand slid stealthily away from my rump. Here we go. Should be plenty to snack on for you two. Yeah. In what way, mate? In what way, huh? In what way? Thanks. No problem. Enjoy the movie. Yeah, I guess I will. Dustin grinned back at me, taking a moment to run a claw along the nape of my neck before grabbing the snacks and motioning towards the theatre. To the theatre? Two of us made our way through the small crowd into the theatre. Dustin had already chosen the seats with the best view and led me through the crowds. Right, guys, put in the comments down below what you think the best seats in the cinema is. Is it right at the front, in the middle, or right at the back? Put down in the comments and let me know. Aside from the rowdy teacher, a row of also ahead of us, it was nice. The darkened room was cozy, and knowing Dustin was right next to me was comforting. Oh, it's just a white screen. Oh, white screen. It's like VR chat, which I do go on VR chat quite a lot, guys. Go and find me on VR chat. I'll be going on VR chat straight after this. The house lights rose slightly, casting a soft glow about the crowd. Above us, a familiar voice came over the PA. Thank you all for coming to the evening show of the 50s classic movie, The Amazon Queen. Even in the dim light, I could see Dustin's face plastered with a grin. His hand brushed over mine for a moment, giving it a gentle squeeze as he beamed in an excited smile in my direction. Accompanying the movie will be our house organist. The better preserve the same experience as the movie's release. Cool. Because of this, we ask that you turn off all your cell phones and electronic devices. Oh, I better turn off my life support then. For your safety, be aware of the exits to either side of the screens in case of emergency. Now relax and enjoy one of the early cinematic classics, The Amazon Queen. Okay, get to it. A flurry of clapping rose from the audience as the house lights dimmed once more as the film started up on the screen. The dull glow of a phone and some scattered snickering drew my attention to the row in front of us. Of course, once the organ began to echo through the theatre, my eyes snapped to the flickering screen ahead. Oh, lovely. Oh, excuse me, wow. Done that in the cinema. Once everyone looked at me, so I decided to look at my mate instead. The movie opened on a man sitting on a dock by the river, a small river bobbing in the water. Okay, that's a typo. A small river bobbing in the water nearby. The shadow of a figure passes over him, and a woman in far more elegant dress stands behind him. Dustin leaned in to whisper in my ear. That's Daisy Smith. She's a missionary in South America, and she was separated from the rest of the group when they discovered plans to attack a major military base held by the good guys. Lovely. Cut up, and listen. Cut to him and listen. Despite him pretty much explaining what's on the screen already, it's kind of fun to hear him tell me about it. That gives me an excuse to get closer to him. Hello. Once the woman was secured passage on the boat, and the man is unaware she carries important information for the Allied forces. The two of them find they are extremely incompatible. Now he's specifically in the jungle to try to stay out of the conflict. He lost his father to the previous war, and he hid away in the Amazon to avoid the draft. So he doesn't want any part of what's going on. Whatever that is. As the journey goes on, the two of them begin to rub each other the wrong way more frequently. He's snapping at her, and she's hiding away in the cramped cabin, trying desperately to keep her courage up. Okay, can we just have the movie play so let me read in it? I'm not a bloody audio sign language person. The snickering from the teenager in front of us spiked at the sight of the woman falling face first into the dirty cot she's been given to sleep on. Dustin's eyes narrowed at distraction. Yell at them. Oi, you cunt! Shut your face! Hey, you get shot. We're watching the movie here, you bastards. One of them looked back at me, sneering for a moment before turning back to their friends. They did quiet down, though. Oh, wow, now there's colour. I thought it was going to be a black and white movie. As time passes, the two of them began to enter a part of the jungles that's under the control of the bad guys. Avoiding gunfire, shells, and attempts to board the small boat. The man loses the woman when she is captured by enemy forces. Good riddance, she can fuck off. This is the part where he realized that staying neutral was just letting the other side win. Losing Daisy was like losing his father all over again, and he realized he has to do something. Typical love story in films. Just stop with the love stories in films. Just stop. They're so cringy and already been done before. Stop. Alone on the boat, the man is just about to leave the checkpoint when he see him ball a fist and ball a fist and sock the guard right in the face. Okay, whack him with a sock. Lovely. He heads deeper into the jungle. The bad guy's bunker waits in the pouring rain for a chance to slip inside. Way. It's at the point that the teens burst into laughter, met with a few shushes from other theatre goers nearby. They simply mock them back and keep laughing. Oh, okay. Fuck it. You kids either shut up or I'll throw you out myself. Two of them turn back, glowing, whatever, at me for a moment before they see Dustin's expression at the sight of the perturbed lion. They sink back into the seats and growl quiet. Setting the bunker's ammo piles on fire provides enough of a distraction for the two of them to escape. As they rush back to the boat, she notices the blood on the side of his shirt and looks up to see his painted face. Don't worry, it's not my blood. Saving her gave him some small closure for not being old enough to save his father, and she sees that the rough and tumble man really does have a heart of gold. Ah, see, typical love stories, all fucking yeah. Back on the boat, she tends to his wounds. It's touch and go for a while as she leans to run the ship while keeping him in bed. Necessity keeps them civil, but as time passes, they find it easier and easier. With only moments left to reach the command base before the attack, the two of them do everything they can to lighten the load and speed up the ship. We watch as she throws her luggage overboard, leaving the tattered dress she wears as her only possession. Aww. I love this part. Her sacrifice only further confirms his feelings towards her. He couldn't be bothered to get involved when the world was on fire around him, but her determination is enough to draw him out of that shell and drive him into action. Right, I need a drink. There's a lot of fucking reading. Can we just watch the film, please, instead of fucking reading it? Because it's like fucking reading a book. Damn. They finally reach the command post, rushing in past the guards to relay the information. In the nick of time, the commander sends his men out to arrest the traitors and guard the perimeter. In the meantime, the two of them collapse in the medical tent, their hands falling into each other's before they sleep. Oh, stop! It's cringe! Stop! Teenagers are at it again, making kissing noises and laughing. Oh, right. That's it. Yeet them out the fucking cinema. Fuck off. Leaning over to see in front of me, I smack one of the kids upside the head, startling. He jumps up, turning back with a balled fist to see half the theatre, me and Dustin included, giving them all the death stare. Sit your fucking ass down, you prick. After a moment of hushed whispers, the teenagers shuffle defeated and grumpy out of the theatre. The guy behind me pats me on the shoulder as Dustin beams at me. With the conflict won in the region, I was going to say religion then. Wow, that's a still fine bell. The woman begs the man not to return to the river. Oh no, don't go, Bob, I want you back. He is hesitant, but a kiss on the cheek from the woman draws him close. The two of them embrace with a final passionate kiss. The movie comes to a close. Fucking typical. Why can't it be like Titanic where the fat bitch is on the bit of wood and wouldn't let him get on the wood because she's a selfish bitch? Titanic's a good movie. Applause rolled through the theatre, many people standing up in their seats. Dustin and I worked our way through the crowd and back into the lobby. Oh, where's those kids, huh? Where are those kids? The lobby is bustling as people chat about the movie plans for afterward and just stretch after being in their theatre seating for so long. So, what do you think of the movie? It was shit. Okay, I loved it. Nothing wrong with a little white lie. Nothing wrong with that, guys. Don't do it too much. It was amazing. I mean, I can see what you mean about it crafting the clutches, but you could tell it was authentic by where it was coming from. Nice. I know, I mean, it's cliche now, but back then they were really playing with the medium. It was all new and amazing back then. Cool. I thought I didn't want you to spoil it for me, but that dialogue really added some more depth to the movie for me. Thanks for indulging me. I love talking about movies, and that one in particular. There's just so many more layers to it than you think possible. And I can say, nice job dealing with those teens, watching them skulk out, whatever it is. It was priceless. Those 12s needed to shut up, movie or not. People came here to relax and be entertained, not deal with someone else's kids. That is true. I hate going to cinemas. Guess I should head home. It was nearly 10 in the evening, and I still had plenty of things to do tomorrow. I should probably get going. It was nice to get out though. Hang on there, kid. I didn't say I was done with you tonight. Stop calling me kid, Dustin. I'm 27 years old. Stop. I am no longer a kid. Mentally, maybe. There's a difference. What does he mean by done with me? Before I could seriously respond, he stepped up close to me again, those strong arms slipping down to my hips. I couldn't hold back the gasp as those claws pricked me lightly through my clothes. Oh, so let's just take a little stroll back to my place and see where the night takes us. Okay, I think this was probably one of the hardest to get going dates, but it's probably one of the quickest. Block after block, the trip back to his place kept my cheeks permanently flushed. Oh my. Dustin's paws wouldn't keep to themselves, and my weak attempts to struggle away were only met with him drawing me in closer. Stop calling me kid, Dustin. Come on, kid. I know you like this. I could see it in the club and at the theatre. You want a big, strong guy to take charge. I'm not exclusively a sub, you know. Fair enough, I guess you have me pegged. I'd say, let's just save, just to be safe. Was it 9 or 10? Let's do 9. Yes, I'm sure. Okay, let's do it. Let's go with green. Fuck it. I stammered weakly, whimpering as I felt that broad paw cresting the small of my back. I like it too. Get into control and make them do whatever I want. The fact that you're cute too just sweetens the deal. I like being controlled. I like being the one that's submissive. To be honest, I like being controlled. Oh shit, I've said too much. Fuck. Edit that out. How? No idea. I kept glancing around, making sure no one saw me blushing up a storm and desperately trying to hide my growling arousal. For his part, it just pushed him further. Already getting a little tight down there. Oh my god, this is so cringe. Why am I doing this? Now I know why furry YouTubers don't actually want to do this game, because it's, you're just busting at the seams, aren't you? No, not really. Despite the awkwardness of how I was forced to walk with an urgency in my groin, I did manage to make it into both his building and his elevator before he got more aggressive. Oh my. The doors had barely closed when I felt his warm breath on my neck and one paw trailing up along my inner thigh. Oh, hello. It's the eagerness that makes it fun, kid. Stop calling me kid, otherwise you got some weird fetish if you want to call everyone kid. Damn. The fact that you can't control yourself around me, that turns me on something fierce. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Hi Max, the Neon Husky. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Nice. We almost spilled out of the elevator, my whole body tingling as Dustin... Oh, I didn't mean to click. My fingers do that. My fingers spaz, and I don't know why. Okay, neither of us thought to turn on the lights. Instead, he leaned in close and pressed his lips against my mouth, clutching me as we kissed. His paws groped me once more forcefully as I ground my body against him. When the lights suddenly came on, Dustin pinning me back against the wall as he lifted my leg up against his hip. The two of us glanced about in surprise. Oh no, is it the fucking bitch-faced bird? I bet it is. Sitting on the leather couch in the middle of the living room was a familiar parrot. Yep. Fuck. It was the one I saw back at the club. To my chagrin, Dustin released me, leaving me slumped against the wall as he turned to face the smug snarl on the bird's beak. Guess it didn't take you long for you to find someone else, huh? Oh, fuck off, you parrot-looking beak-faced prick. Fuck off. You're the one to talk, particular when you send me a picture of you getting railed by 3 other guys. What the hell are you doing breaking into my apartment? Bitch, you gave me a key. First, I did a break in. I still had the key. Fucking caught it. Second, it's my father's watch I lent you. I need it back. Then fucking ask for it over text. Let me. You gave it to me for our first anniversary, and you didn't say anything about it belonging to your dad. What the fuck? What is it? Voldemort. I still need it back. He's been looking for it, and he'll have my hide if he thinks I lost it. It's not like you ever wore it anyway. Fuck off, you parrot, and shove you in the blender. Why don't I do it like a villager? What the fuck? Just wait here, Var. I get your down watch, and I box it up your stuff already. You can take it all, leave my key, and get out. Yo, Colton, everyone go subscribe to Colton now, please, thank you. Fine, no down off my arse, then you can get back to diddling your little fuck toy here, I suppose. Yo, bitch, would you just call me? I'll wring your fucking neck. Dustin stepped into the bedroom, his eyes narrowed and his nostrils flaring. This guy knew all too well how to get under his fur. So you're the latest conquest, huh? Saw you talking to him at the club. Mate, I'm gonna wring your neck. Alright, let's engage it, mate. Really, so on top of cheating, sleeping around and making a public nuisance of yourself, I can add spine to the list? Got a mouth on you too, probably why he's going out with you. He likes people to badmouth me when I'm on a break. What do you mean you're on a break? That's disgusting. What happened to the background? What background? Nothing. Background's fine. Leave me alone. Wait, what's that supposed to mean? He laughed harshly and made a dismissive wave to the direction. You already think that this is his first time we fought. Last time I got to throw a vase around, smash a few things up. He's a hot-blooded guy. He needs excitement and nothing gets the blood pumping like a fight. You're kidding me. You provoke him just to get him mad? Sometimes can I just wring this parrot's neck? He's doing my nut. Sometimes I do it just to spice things up when they're getting too routine. The make-up sex is amazing. For 2 weeks after our last breakup, we fucked 3 times a day, every day. Good for fucking you. Hey, Snow HG, how you doing, man? You're full of it. Being an emotionally mentally asshole for sex doesn't work. Yeah, can I bring his neck now? Yes, I'm doing Amorous Snow. I don't care. I love the game. It's awesome. It's nice. It's a good reading game. How's my reading skills? Did you have some experience with that? Maybe I should let Dustin know so he can get you out of the way faster. Doesn't matter though. He always makes up for. We always get back together. Fuck off, pal. I'm gonna wring your neck, you prick. Looks pretty fun to me right now. That just shows what you know. Don't worry, he'll dump you by the curb when I come back and apologise. He'll give me his house key again. We'll ruin his sheets, and you can go back to your desperate little life alone. Streamlabs, what the fuck are you doing? Has added some very strange. No, I don't know. I don't remember adding Streamlabs. Lovely. My hand had curled into a fist when Dustin walked back into the room. Dustin, can I thump him, please? Either here's your shit and that watch. Now there's the door. See yourself out and leave the key. With one last smirk in my direction, the parrot set the key dramatically on the coffee table and grabbed his box. Have fun, you two. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Aw, mate, can I smash his fucking bird beacon on the curb and just shatter it? Dustin slammed the door behind his ex and slumped against it. Sorry about that, the guy is a force of nature. I can't believe we stayed together for so long. Excuse me, sorry Dustin. Running into Dustin's ex, even if it was for the first official time, had been far from a pleasant experience. From Dustin's sagging shoulder and distant look, I couldn't tell it was a rough one on him too. I didn't mean for this to happen for a second time, but maybe we should end the night here. Arguing with Var about his bullshit was always a major mood killer even when we were dating. You know what, I'm just gonna do a save. Number 9, please. Thank you. Oh, come on. First at the club and now this. I can only take so much cheese, Ed. Well, you know the old joke about sadistic and whatever. Stop calling me kid, man. Seriously. Says, fuck me. Oh, your voice audio is too low. Please increase. I can't hide you. Fuck! Fucking stupid. Is that better? Should be. My cheeks flushed again as Dustin stepped in close to me and ran his paw along my head. Just imagine how pent up you'll be when we meet up next. I'll make you explode. Lovely. I grew under his grasp, my lips parting into a soft whine as he pulled me close to the firm body and bathed me in his scent, shuddering and barely noticed when he stepped back, arms crossed. Now, head on home, enjoy those dreams about me and give me a call tomorrow when you're ready to make them real. I nodded profusely, smiling at the thought before I showed myself out. I need another drink. I'm gonna fucking drink some whiskey. I hope Colton left his fucking whiskey here. Alright, it's fucking hit my mic as always, man. What's wrong with me? Sank. Yeet. In the cool night air, the anticipation just kept me going at me. The thought of feeling Dustin over me, him throwing me on the bed and having his way with me. I was giddy and walking awkward by the time I got home. It was silent when I got home. Cove was likely still out of out and the lights were all off, sitting in the dark, I considered what I was going to do with the rest of my evening, beside a cold shower. Answer the phone, because apparently it's ringing. No, it's not. It's trying to call Dustin. No, cool. I told myself it had been long enough since the last date, regardless of how true that really was. Ring, clock. Hey, ChocIce, sorry, was a little busy. He only rang twice, mate, so you're fine. It didn't take much for me to realise what was keeping him busy when I heard Var's voice over the phone. You fucking kidding me? Hat your toy dust. Even just hearing his voice was enough to set me on the edge. Justin snarled back and swiftly the call became a little more than muffled shouts and doors being slammed. After a moment I heard the phone being lifted again and Dustin's voice. Sorry about that, Var's being worse than usual about all of this. At this point I think I seriously need a vacation, thinking you might want to come along too. Yeah mate, take me with you. If you're paying, I'm fucking going. There's this great little inlet not too far outside the town. It's more secluded than the main drag and less likely to become choked with tourists. Thought we could spend some time there. Ask about Var. Yeah, fuck, ask about Var. Wait, is Var still living with you? I thought he was already on his way out. It's complicated. Uncomplicated version. The short version is that he bounced over 3 couches, including his dad's, and now he's back here. It's temporary and he's on the couch. It's gonna be the longest week of my damn life, so save me from sitting here between these boxes and let me take you out somewhere. Sounds right. I could just put, maybe later, fuck yourself mate, you're on your own. I could use the time away from the house and the job hunting myself, relaxing on the beach and soaking up the sun. Sounds pretty good right now. It's a date then. Head over to my place when you get a chance and buzz me when you're there. Everything's good to go. I'll see you then. Sadly, he didn't get much of a goodbye before I heard Var's voice echoing in the background. I swear that bird makes claws on the chalkboard sound pleasant. Okay, regardless, I need to get my things together and head over. A quick side trip later and I headed out to the suburbs and into the city. True, half the city was beach, but if Dustin knew a place that was more secluded, that would certainly be my treat. Oh, car park. Sweet. That's where we're going then, guys, is it? Sweet. Car park. The parking lot below Dustin's apartment complex was packed solely with cars. It would be impossible to figure out which was his. Fortunately, Dustin strolled out of the elevator and waved me down. Cooey, over here. Hey, ChocIce, glad you can make it. He walked up to me and gave me a brief hug, a smile beaming on his face. It's good to see you again. I'm really looking forward to relaxing and getting to know you a little better. He smiled, turned a little predatory as he glanced around the parking lot. But first, I've got a little game I wanted to play. It's called Guess Which One Is Mine. My brow frowned and I laughed. It's just for fun. Which car do you think is mine? Kind of an odd game, I suppose, but I can humour him. Point at the sports car, point at a car, point at an SUV, point at the pickup truck, point to a commuter car. Oh fuck, this is good fun. Point to an SUV. A beefy Hunter SUV was wedged in between 2 smaller cars, but it seemed to dominate its spot. That screams Dustin to me. Could it be that one? Not really my scene, kid. Chugs gas and generally looked obnoxious out on the road. That's where we were right there. He motioned to a pickup. Oh, it's the pickup truck. Far in the back of the lot. It was powder blue and looked like he had seen better days. Not quite what I was expecting. Would you have never guessed? And that's why we're getting to know each other, babe, kid. That pickup means the world to me. It was my first car and the first real thing I had that I could call my own. That truck let me be independent. For once, helped me make my own way. It's full of memories. He must really like that pickup, considering the amount of work he slightly put into it. Still, it wasn't rickety or anything, just well loved and long lived. Toss your stuff in the back, kid. We should get going. It's a bit of a drive out to the beach. I nodded and set to my bag in the bed of the truck. He knows he already loaded in a couple of folding chairs and a cooler as well as his own things. A black Speedo peeked out of the rucksack he's tossed next to the cooler. Lovely. Stop calling me kid, Dustin. Okay, I get it. Fine. The heavy doors of the truck slammed shut as the engine reluctantly revved to life. After a moment's hesitation, a cough of the engine, the truck lurched into life and we're on our way. We're still in the car park though. Oh, there we go. Despite the questionable roaring start, the truck's ride was remarkably smooth. Dustin and I chatted about little things, weather and the like, before settled into a more serious tone. I wanted to thank you for giving me a reason to get VAR out the door quickly. I think I need to get this getaway badly. Let's see. I know you dated that guy, but he gets on my nerves. I'm surprised he doesn't drive you crazy more often. Saying it's complicated would be an understatement. Haha. VAR was special to you, wasn't he? Was now. Hell, weird to think about it that way. We've been on and off again more than a light switch, but somehow I always wound up the right back where I started. You mean with him? More than that, everything seemed to just settle back into the same routine. Work, dates, bills, even old Betsy, he would seem to be wound up with the same issue again. You name your truck. You name your truck, Betsy. Aha, yep, first girl I dated in high school. Awkward, cumbersome, needed a bunch of maintenance. Just seemed like the name was a perfect fit. Wow, that's a bit harsh. Takes a certain kind of person to name the car, you know. Still, yeah, VAR was important to me. Now, I don't even know. I certainly don't think that I'm important to him. I got quiet for a moment. It never really occurred to me that Dustin would be aware of Amorous manipulations, since it seemed he just went along with them. It made me think back before I went to Amorous, the strange sort of hazy feeling I had at the start. I was in a rut, frustrated with the job hunt and going nowhere, but I still came back. I still turned to Kobe, dragged me out of it. Looks like we're in luck. No one else is out here, and there's plenty of parking right by the beach. Yay. We pulled to a stop and got out, grabbing our things from the bed of the truck and hiking down the narrow stairs to the sand below. I suppose it didn't matter what we had going on before now. The only thing that was worth thinking about was enjoying the sun, the surf, and the company. Dustin wasn't kidding about the beach being secluded. Sheer cliffs and sandstone blocked off access from the main road, and the inlet looked like it had been carved out from the underground spout. Still, the sun was in just the right position to flood the tiny beach, and the waves were softly lapping at the shore. It was peculiar, whatever the word that was. Dustin had started to fold out the chairs and tossing down a blanket over the sand, settling the cooler on the middle. He set up a small beach umbrella towards the back before smiling over at me. There we go, our own little slice of heaven. Speaking of which, Dustin, whatever that word is, shut off his shirt, tossing it over the back of one of the chairs. After a short stretch, he settled onto the blanket, leaving his chairs exposed to the sun. Ah man, I live for this. Nothing like a feel of warm sun on your fur. You're such a house cat. Yeah, you're such a cat stereotype, curling up in a sunbeam for the first chance you get. No use denying the heritage. It's so good. So how did you find this place? A secluded little cove like this should be a hot spot for everyone looking for a little privacy. Dustin squinted a little into the bright blue sky before rolling it into one side to face me. Here we go. It was early on with VAR, back when he just wanted to get away from everything. I was his major form of escape at the time. Escape from what? Seems like he was perfectly happy with where he was when I talked to him. Used to be, he wasn't that into money and getting stuff. I figured it was just his teenage rebellious phrase spilling over. One day he shows up at my place in the middle of the night with a beach towel and a cooler of beer. Said his dad tried to set him up with someone from work for a date or something. So we hopped into my truck and just drove. He tossed back a couple of beers and snuggled into me. When we passed near here, he saw the moonlit of the waves and said we should stop. And well, obviously we did. Stayed out until 1 AM, just listened to the waves and drinking. We both didn't want to risk driving back, so we just slept on the beach and drove home after sunrise. Man, his dad was pissed. No shit. Not the VAR I saw. That doesn't sound like all the arrogant parrot I met in your place. People change. I see it enough at work. I should have seen it at home too. I'm always going to be competing with that memory. Go sexy Dustin. Wow. I'm always going to be getting kind of heavy for a relaxing beach trip, aren't you, kid? It keeps coming up regardless. To be honest, I think we're both competing with that memory. Me seeing what bar is now and you coming in at the end of the train wreck that was. But I tell you, it's different now. That routine isn't comfortable anymore, and I'm ready for a new one. The waves washed away everything else. For the moment, I knew my uncertainty was going to linger, knowing just how far back the bar went. I couldn't help but remember his taunts. It will dump you by the curb. For the moment, no matter what either of us went through, he was willing to share this. Lying in the sun, near the surf, he wanted to take the time to be here with me. That's worth something. You got quiet there for a second, kid. Something on your mind. Dustin, stop calling me kid. No, nothing, boy. Part of me wanted to talk to him about all this, but at the same time, seeing the handsome lion looking up at me, I didn't want to ruin the moment. No, nothing, boy. Just kind of lost in the moment. I know something that pulled you back to the present. The most right Dustin stood up from the blanket and moved over next to me. His paw ran softly along my shoulder and down to the back of my neck as he leaned in close. Genuinely, his lips brushed my own as he pulled me towards him for a long, luxurious kiss. I could feel his strength wrapped around me and the trickle of his rough tongue against me. There was a tenderness and warmth that radiated through the kiss. The sunbathing had left his fur achingly hot, and the raw warmth of the beach left me slumped into his arms. Oh my god, I'm getting so tired. I'm getting backache. I need a new chair. Then the cool ocean breeze passed over my lips. The shock of separation from him pulling me back from my haze. His paw, okay, why is it two capsules? His paw stroked my neck softly. He smiled, beaming down over me. It's only vomit, and I never did hear a new memory that I'm enjoying greatly. I felt a chill raise from around me. Maybe it was the ocean, or maybe it was my nerves. But I pushed forward into that thick furred warmth and buried my face into his mane. I take it that it was a good memory for you two then. Nah. I mumbled on Amorous, surrounded by silken fur that trapped me in waves of warmth. His scent filled my nostrils and left me dizzy. Man, he's getting high, Dustin. Damn. He can just stroke my head and neck softly, stretching out to catch a few sunbeams more. Dustin was snuggled up next to me, watching the waves roll down along the shore and keeping my arm around my shoulders. It was a vastly different day and different Dustin than I had first met. I felt more comfortable with him, less like I was another one-night stand. We stayed out until just before sunset, the chill eventually getting too much for me and Dustin to bear. We should get going, it's only going to get colder at this point. Oh, you put your shirt on. I don't want to leave. I'm getting chilly. I don't want to leave. Everything about this day has been so relaxed and perfect. I never wanted to leave. Can we just stay here? I'd love to stay here. Set up a little hut if you're willing to take up spearfishing and wear nothing but loincloth. No, I'm not seeing the downside here. Dustin grinned and tossed one of the beach towels at me. Well, I've got to get to work in the morning, and you're right. It gets cold here, ChocIce. As much as I really enjoyed getting things off your chest, I didn't bring stuff to set up a fire for the night. Price won't be the last time we come here. Oh my god, can we just get to the end, please? Seriously, I forgot how long these guys are for. I gathered up my things and the corner as Dustin grabbed the blanket and umbrella. The warmth came back to us as we moved up the trail towards the truck, and I felt a little of that hazy, dreamy feeling from his embrace. Powering through, I tossed my bundle into the back of the truck and hopped back inside. Once the door shut, the truck roared to life immediately. My surprise was echoed on Dustin's face. Guess Bessie likes you too. We both checked out as he pulled smoothly out of the parking lot and back onto the main road. Oh my god, we are almost finished. I hope we are, because if we're not, I'm gonna, yeah. The trip back was much lighter than the one over. I was still riding on the high of that kiss, and Dustin's paw had found its way to mine, squeezing it firmly. We talked for a while longer, since he insisted on dropping me by my house instead of making me walk home. I want to see where you live anyway, just in case I want to drop by and say hi. I just went up to the house. Dustin parked and the two of us walked to the front door. Okay, where's Kobe? Nice place your parents have, cozy but spacious. Not quite spacious enough that I get my own room, but my brother and I get along well enough. Well, I suppose this is what I should say. Good night then. Don't want your dad to come out and kick my ass for bringing you home after curfew. I'm an adult, Dustin, and don't be a dick. He grinned at me and leaned into the kiss on the cheek. Give me a call soon, kid. I don't like to be kept waiting for long. As I waved goodbye, I could feel his eyes on me. Turning around, I drew in a deep sigh when I saw who it was. So, who was that? There's Kobe. Nice. Suddenly I feel like it's going to be a long night. Yes. Now, let's go to contact, go to Dustin, and go to call. And this should be the last one, I hope. I hadn't seen Dustin for a couple of days, not a major issue usually, but I figure I should give him a call and see what's up. Ring ring click. Hey ChocIce, I was wondering when you were going to call me. Really, I was wondering why I hadn't heard from you. Things have been a little busy lately, kind of hard to explain over the phone. Are you busy? No, not right now. No, I'm free at the moment. Good. Do you mind if I swing by your place and pick you up? Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. I really need to talk to you. Sure. Grab you over just a bit. Click. Don't think he was already at the door. Without another word, the phone went quiet. What the heck is going on with that guy? Dustin wasn't that far away from my parents' house, so I grabbed what I could to make myself decent. I barely finished when there was a knock at the door. I hurried out of my room and screeched to a halt when I saw who answered the door. Oh, fuck. ChocIce, there's a line at the door for you. Fuck. Hi, Dad. Yeah, sorry about that, Dad. Just going to head out and do some more job hunting with a friend. Be back at a reasonable time tonight, okay? Me and your mum do like to sleep sometimes. Yeah. Right, sorry, I'll be back quite quick and quiet. Dad wandered off, grumbling a little under his breath while I opened the door. Hey there, ChocIce. That was your dad's? It's a very long story. Still, it's nice enough to let me stay here, so I probably shouldn't antagonize him more than needed. Gotcha. Well, I've got a surprise for you first off. Dustin stepped away from the door long enough for me to see what was behind him. Oh god, I'm getting tired. What is the time? I don't fucking know. Oh, it's 11 o'clock. A bright cherry red sports car was parked neatly in my parents' driveway. It looked like it had just rolled out of the lot. You sell Betsy? I admit to a little sadness at the sight. Despite its curmudgeonly attitude, I'd grown to like Betsy. You sell Betsy? I did. It was hard, but I explained it on the way. It's kind of personal. I don't really feel comfortable talking out here. Go ahead and hop in. It's fresh off the lot. I've been wanting to give her a little spin around. I still wasn't completely sure what was going on, but I'd gotten to the point where I trusted Dustin. Okay. Here we go. Wonderful. We both still into the car, the leather seat cradled in my back and rumped quietly nicely. Dustin smiled and slid into the driver's seat before me, revving up the engine. Oh my god, it's 11 PM and I'm playing Amorous and I've got to go into VR chat till like fucking 5 in the morning and I feel like I want to sleep already. Compared to the choking and sputtering from Betsy, this car was silent as I whisper when it wanted to be and only let out a raw power when Dustin powered the accelerator. Still, I'd moved struggling old dates from VAR. It seemed strangely out of the character for Dustin to make such a big change. Okay, enough being crip. What's going on? VAR came by my place again last night, which makes it maybe 2 days since he officially moved into his new place. Dustin's voice trembled with a little hesitation as my heart began to sink. Was VAR right? Was this the breakup speech? He lined Betsy's cab with rose petals and I was lying there with a cooler of beer and blanket. Said he was sorry for everything he'd done and just wanted me back. This was getting harder and harder to hear. Why the hell would be forced? Why the hell would be force me to be in the car with him while he breaks up with me? What kind of sadistic bastard does that? I almost did it. Wait, almost? When I saw him lying there, I felt the same creeping feeling. That comfortable rut coming back up from behind again. I couldn't just fall back into that relationship again and play out this same thing a week or a month down the road. A slow curve rocked me back into my seat, pulling the sensation of being the car back to the fore. I felt cold and numb from the neck down. I said no, and he went ballistic. Went on about how you meant nothing to me, how he was the only one for me, how I saved him when he needed to get away from his life, and how dare I. Dustin's voice trailed off as we pulled into another slow, lazy turn. I'd forgotten that we were going somewhere, but when I looked out the windows, I only saw the ocean. He brought up how many memories we'd made because of Betsy and how he put so much thought into this grand romantic gesture. It really poured on the guilt. So what happened? Alright, he was right. We had plenty of memories in Betsy. Our fights, his embarrassment when I drove him to a nice restaurant, even the time he walked out on me at a drive-through double feature. Another curve pulled us close to the ocean, sheer cliffs and sandstone dipping down into the beaches spotted with people. That's when I realised that me, my relationship with Var, it was all like Betsy. It was just my first taste of freedom and I just clung to it like a drowning man. Okay, the class slowed to a stop in a small, ill-kept parking space. A smattering of gravel scattered around us. It took me that long to realise where we were. Oh my god, I'm getting tired. I need to go to bed. That same sandy beach as our last date, still secluded and quiet. Dustin smiled at me for a moment, pulling a quarter from the back of the car. So I had to let it go, all of it, via Betsy and my session with freedom. I had to let myself be free of all that crap. I understand why that meant selling your truck or why we're back out here. Guess I got too physical with you, kid. I sold Betsy because I needed to get rid of the memories and get on with my life with you. Ah, with me? Don't worry, I don't have a ring or anything with me. One major life change at a time. I just mean I'm done with Var. He's gone for good and you won't have to worry about comparisons or anything. No more measuring up to your ex. Are you sure? Var had a pretty big impact on your life. Can you walk away from that? I've had Betsy for nearly a decade, but when I realised she was just another anchor to my crazy messed up life, I handed the keys over without a second thought. You really did love that truck, didn't you? Probably as much as I used to love Var, but it was time to move on. It's a relief, honestly. For a moment in the car, I thought you were breaking up with me. Sorry, Var's been looming over all this, and I didn't want to tell you the first part when you could just slam the door in my face. I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have done that. I would have let you finish and then slam the door in my face. Yes. And that's why I didn't want to give you the chance. Just no. That still doesn't explain the with me part. I'm not gonna be a put label on it, but I like you, ChocIce. I like you way more than I thought I would. I thought you'd be more fling, but I think you'd be fun in any situation. Oh god. Or any position, I do some fun ones. Careful there, since Var left, I've had a major case of the blue balls. You don't want to revoke a pent-up line. Fucking go for it. Oh, now you're asking for it. I took off running, kicking up the sand and dust as I raced through the dunes with Dustin hot on my heels. The cool ocean breeze pumped through my lungs as I glanced to see that predatory hunter emerald eyes glistening only a few feet behind me. He toyed with me for a moment, staying just enough behind to make me think I could get away before those powerful legs tensed and he tackled me into the sand below. We spluttered for a moment, rolling on the warm sand before he hauled me to my feet. Gotcha, bitch. Whatever. Feared for a moment, his ball started releasing me. Of course, he wouldn't let me go that easily. Oh wow, are we getting to this part now? He's gonna fucking cop block me again. Oh, can I just go to bed? That'll hold you. He shuckled his shirt, lashing it around my wrists and binding them behind my back. Despite the makeshift nature of my bondage, it was remarkably secure. It's like as if he knows what he's doing. Of course, now the question is what to do with you. Should I eat you or should I just stuff my truth? For fuck's sake. Why am I doing Amorous, man? Why? And I gotta do Kobe next. Well, that actually sounds wrong in more ways than one. It's my fucking stepbrother. Oh, God. Despite his playful nature, I had to briefly flush to the cheeks at the mention of his intentions. My body was flush and ate under him. Seems like my little prey is good to go for either way. Maybe we should see how eager you are. He huffed down on me as I looked up at him from the sand, a face of burning bright. The sand? The car it is then. Oh god. Now I don't want more sand in my car than needed, so say goodbye to your clothes for now. Have we done it? Fuck, so we done it, yay. But I've got more reading to do after this. Nice. Right, we've done it. Sweet. Can I skip this? Let me skip. 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 Thank you. Ugh. Right, more reading and then I can go to bed. Yay. It's taking me an hour and 10 minutes. Fuck's sake. I couldn't lie to myself. I wanted this maybe. Even from the moment I saw him. Still, the journey was satisfying. We spent a few moments trying to clean up, throwing on the sandy clothes and making certain no one saw us. Fortunately, it remained our little secret, and by the time the sun had dipped into the horizon, we were packed up and ready to go. There isn't much you can say after a night like that. I felt closer than ever to Dustin, but more importantly, he was willing to get closer to me. I couldn't let his hand go the whole ride home, and he didn't try to stop me. It didn't matter if we ruined his back seat or that it smelled like a beachfront brothel. Nice. All that mattered for now was the ride home and the promise of what might be tomorrow. We got back to my place without incident. My dad was just getting ready for bed and only gave me a passing glower before disappearing into his room. I guess this is good night, ChocIce. I guess I'll call you again sometime. Not really, I've fucked another like 8 people already, Dustin, so don't worry. He leaned forward and kissed me gently on the cheek. Anytime, kid, anytime at all. I returned his parting kiss, squeezed his hand softly before letting go and watch him walk out the door. It might not wind up perfect in the end, but I'll take what I got right now over that chance. Is it done? Yes. We have completed it with Dustin, everyone. Thank you ever so much for watching. It's been fun. It's taken me an hour and 11 minutes to get this far, and I will be able to finish this whole game because all we're going to do now, if I'm correct, is just to do the date with Kobe, which is the stepbrother, which I can't wait for. Actually, I don't want to do it, but I'm going to have to. So, thanks for watching all of that. If you like the video, you know what to do. Like the video, all that shit, and subscribe and all that shit if you want to see more. I do have a Minecraft server still I'm paying for. I completely forgot about. I don't know what's happened to the server, what's happened on it. So I might go on there and have a look. I've been doing VR chat a hell of a lot now. So if you want to go and see me on VR chat, I got it on the Oculus Quest, and all my avatars that I make and customize are PC and Quest supported. So yeah, go and see me on all that good stuff. And what one do I press? Is it this one? No, that's the wrong one. There we go, that's the one. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And as always, I have no idea. So take care, guys. Love you all. Goodbye.